They founded the Netherlands' first active LGBTQI+ cycling collective, Two Queer Wheels. For over 7 years, they have advised, educated, and advocated for better representation of transgender people in sports and everyday life. They helped introduce the first gender-inclusive categories in local sports in 2024. He is a drag king and has hosted the Tea Party at Paradiso. An OG We Are Queer face. Please, everyone, a big applause for Sebastian Sutherland.
Wow. Hi. Thank you so much, Shao. Wow, what a really beautiful welcome speech. Well, hi everyone. I first want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of organising, speaking and volunteering today. I also thank everyone else for joining us here today, especially allies. It's so great to see you here and not just performatively flagging a flag on a pride boat. Very nice of you, so well done. I have to remind myself that even though these are the days we can celebrate, we can stand confidently together and we can feel free, it should not overshadow what the vast majority of us are feeling every other day of the year. And for a lot of us, that's fear. Fear can show up in our lives in so many ways. The fear of going to the gym, the fear of being exposed, of seeing the doctor and hoping that they believe you, walking down the street hoping that nobody stares, of just going to the bathroom. Being scared of the choice to be yourself, it can be all-consuming. I cannot stand here and lie. The world is burning, literally. Our forests, our mental health, our access to food, our access to healthcare, our access to human rights. I hear the pulse of the fire with cinders burning slowly coming towards me. Coming to our community, to my friends, and to the person I love. For many people, it's already here, already destroying lives, taking so much away. The worst part of it all is that people are standing and watching. Choice is a funny thing, right? Companies who 5 years ago chose to change their logos for pride have now chosen to drop their DEI commitments. Governments are now choosing to openly promote the segregation of transgender people. People are choosing to take away our healthcare and support. And there are entities choosing to promote lies and hatred towards us. That's happening. They're choosing to pull us apart. But the worst of it, and the worst thing for me, is that I'm seeing people I once thought were my friends, family, and colleagues stand there and choose to do nothing. If the fire is not in my garden, I don't need to put it out. Fire spreads if you give it fuel, if you let it burn. And standing there and doing nothing is just that. Choosing to do nothing means it will spread. Beyond a stranger's garden, to your neighbor's garden, to your friend's garden, into your family's garden, and then into your garden. Choosing to ignore the fire, choosing to ignore the fight of people just wanting to exist in the world will eventually reach your own rights. If you choose to ignore what's going on in the world, you will find that tomorrow you will also lose your rights. Allies, I implore you to do better. Cheers. I am not going to stand here and be blind to my own privilege, to how I look now and to how I navigate the world. But I also have a choice. I have a duty, and I have a duty to stand up for people who need it, all people who need it. Yeah, well, good, yeah, thank you, yeah, good. Thank you. But however much fear and hatred and fire is burning around us right now, if there's one thing I can leave you today, is that we do have a choice. And the choice is to fight. Right now, we stand a bit divided. We have our own needs and wants. But it is the fire that wants us to stay divided. The fear wants us to be disconnected, to not be curious. It wants to put us against each other, to stop having empathy for one another. It wants us to be afraid, because the people who want to divide us are afraid themselves. Thanks. They are afraid because being yourself goes against everything they have been taught. Our freedom threatens the oppression that their world was built on. And when we stand up and are simply being ourselves, we scare them, because it cuts off the fire's fuel and it takes away its power. Right now, we need to do the opposite of what they are trying to do. We need to push away the fear, and I truly believe that we can do it. We need to have empathy for each other. We need to stand together and not apart, to understand each other, that one person's fight does not take away from your own, that we can fight together, and that is what makes us better. Individuals fighting our own fires, but a community because we choose to stand together. So I'm going to say to you today, make that choice, because when it feels like you have, now I'm getting emotional, when it feels like you have nothing left, that we have nowhere to go, we have each other and we have the power to make our own choices.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand you today to speak about unity. The slogan used this year as part of the World Pride celebrations, a word we hear often, but one that demands more than just lip service. It demands action. It demands that we see ourselves in each other's struggles. It demands that we recognize we are not free until everyone is free. We need to know this. We are not free until everyone is free. Period. Also cis people, like you mentioned, Sebastian, especially them.